Before we start today's awesome topic, I just want to say that you guys are awesome. So thank you guys for subscribing and getting me to 300 subscribers. We'll hopefully reach big heights one day together, so stick around. So yeah, my name is Matsuki, and I got a question for you all. What annoys you the most about Call of Duty gunfights? Is it press a button, I win, specialist weapons, or head glitchers, perhaps campers who sit in corners? Maybe even snipers or shotgunners that can kill you in one shot, or just faster than you can react. Well, if one of those are your issues, one thing is for certain. You and I probably both don't like inconsistencies. Now, CoD can be full of inconsistencies depending on whom you may ask, but I, for the most part, want to focus this video on gunfights, rather than talking about map design. Maps such as Shipment can be very unpredictable with its inconsistent spawns. But that's a topic for another day. Other than maps, the things that make my blood boil the most are perks, weapons, or streaks that just make someone overpowered and basically unavoidable. As you can see in my thumbnail, it suggests that I will be talking about armor, and oh boy I will. So armor, what's the problem with that? Well, it's garbage in Black Ops Cold War, and you know what? It pains me to the bottom of my heart to say this, but there's actually one thing that I think Blackout did better than Warzone that makes me regret giving it as much hate as I did in the past. In Blackout, I can actually see the armor my enemies are wearing, and I envy that ability. I just like to see it, man. To be fair, I think PUBG also did a great job with armor as well. And you could actually customize the armor's aesthetics in that game, which was pretty cool. So what happened? Why didn't we keep Blackout's armor system? Well, I guess it had to do a little bit with the complicated process of managing your armor types along with your armor plates. I think Warzone simplified the process nicely. You only have to pick up armor and apply the armor plates now. Also in Warzone, the armor plates only add to your health. They don't weaken bullets, like in Blackout. And don't get me wrong, Warzone has its own fair share of criticism, like stopping power rounds, melting through armor and health at the same time, but let's keep the topic around armor today. One other quick reason I thought of was how armor would literally cover up your character and their outfit. So with armor vests and helmets covering up large portions of your character model, and with Warzone introducing a new shop where most of the skins are locked behind a paywall, maybe the devs figured that people would be less inclined to buy skins. And if skins like my Dreadwood outfit for Ghost are covered up by big bulky armor, I probably would reconsider my purchase. I mean, his main selling point is literally being stealthy and unnoticed. A big helmet and a bulky vest would ruin it for me. But nonetheless, I still think it's a great idea to have armor in a game where a player may or may not actually have it on. Chances are, people in Warzone will always have armor on, so it isn't a big issue there. But on the other hand, in Cold War multiplayer, there's a streak that gives players armor, and it's not visible armor. The only way I can tell if they are wearing it is if I shoot them and get an armor hit marker. I think it's a big issue in Cold War 6v6. Honestly, a lot of the specialist weapon streaks annoy me in Cold War. Armor is just like reactive armor from BO3 and IW, or the TAC-5 boost that Crash uses in BO4 that gives all allies an extra 50 health. It isn't fair. Just like War Machine and Heatwave. Heatwave is kind of like a stun grenade, but worse. And if you guys want to see more about my opinions about cheesy equipment, check out my equipment problem video. I go way more in depth there, and it's just a pretty good video. I'd recommend it. We absolutely deserve a good COD for our buck, so I'm here to provide you guys with ideas that you can spread, if you agree. Now, COD 4 Modern Warfare Remastered has perks called Juggernaut and Stopping Power. One gives you more health and the other one deals more damage. My issue with that is that you need one or the other to do well, and it just doesn't allow for creativity. As we know now, these perks are called clutch perks. Perks you need, or you'll be at a significant disadvantage. Just like the BO2 Awareness and Dead Silence perks. It's tedious. So my fix for Black Ops Cold War armor is definitely not going to be to add the Modern Warfare 2019 Stopping Power Round Field Upgrade as a streak in Cold War. Like, hell no. What is my solution? I got two. Option 1. You could put an armor vest and helmet over a player in Cold War if they earn that score streak. This makes it so that you, at least, can prepare to run for cover and possibly find a better position to challenge them from. Maybe fire a few shots first to weaken the armor and destroy it, then go for cover, stim, and recharge them fairly. I was thinking the armor could be similar to the Cold War zombies armor, but like without barbed wire. But then I thought, better yet, how about we use the cool suits that you put on in the Cold War campaign? Then maybe a new mechanic in multiplayer could be used to aim for like the head, similar to the campaign, and make the target flinch a lot. This might be fun. And as for option 2, I had remove armor altogether. It really has no place in CoD multiplayer in my opinion. Meddling with health, damage, or even sometimes the fire rate by changing the default values on a gun too much can really destroy competition to see who's truly better. Take the Cold War snipers for example. The Swiss bare bones is miles below a kitted out one. Look at the fire rate for example here when I use the two different barrels. This is the slower one. And then this is the 33-ish% upgrade to the fire rate 1. Yeah, there's a pretty noticeable difference. But also, a competent Swiss user with a fastest fire rate barrel can take on more people than you could with a fully kitted out Pellington. But hey, that's my opinion on armor in Cold War, and CoD multiplayer. Armor has lost me plenty of gunfights in Cold War, and so this is my response video, so I do hope you enjoyed it. Like is always appreciated, and it helps out the channel a lot. I'd also love to hear what you guys, your fixes for armor might be. So, yeah, which ideas did you like of mine? Which ones did you disagree with? What do you have of your own? Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies.